It's test day, and Ian and Fred are getting some last-minute tuition from their trainer, Jeff, before they all leave for the test centre in Ipswich.
Anybody can drive a car, anybody can drive a small truck and a van, but to drive a big truck safely, that's a totally different ballgame.
It's multitasking. You ain't got to think about one thing. You've got to think of half a dozen all at the same time.
I've got a few things to pick up on.
Practice, practice, practice. I don't want to come this far and throw it away.
I think I've learned so much. I feel like the last 2 weeks I've had have been, quite good. It's not easy. This is not easy. If you think you can just jump out of a truck or a car and into something like this and expect to drive it, realistically at a test level in a week, some people can. I've had to have 2 weeks because I knew on my assessment night that this was going to be a huge challenge for me.
No, people seem to think they can get out of a car or get out of a 7.5, and because they can get around in those vehicles, they think they can jump in one of these and just drive it. 3 things to remember. Remember me saying to you before: safety first, safety second, and safety third.
If in doubt, don't pull out.
If in doubt, don't pull out.
Well, you're told a whole new different way of driving. It's the size, the weight of the vehicle. It's 33 feet long, 9 foot wide. The gearing's different. It's heavier. The brakes are different.
Just remember, lads, I've got that bucket of water sitting here, or my cup of coffee, whichever you like. Bucket of water sitting here. If you can drive them around today without spilling that bucket of water, nice smooth braking, smooth clutch, basically drive nice and smooth. Don't spill the bucket of water. Right, all the very best.
Yeah.
Cool. You'll be fine.
I am, yeah.
Sorry, Mr. Gallagher.
Oh, that's me.
Mr. Gallagher.
Morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you?
You
all
right? Yeah.
I can see your licence and your documents there. No problem.
Yes.
Excellent. What we're looking for when a candidate arrives, the first thing that we do, the first contact we have with the candidate, is the licence check. We check the signature to make sure that we've got the right person. Excellent, thank you.
No problem.
And your address is still the same as the one there?
Certainly is, yes.
OK, we're going to be out for about an hour or so. You're going to be driving on different types of roads. You're going to be doing a couple of on-site manoeuvres, reverse and brake exercise. Sure. We'll then go into tell me questions for this particular vehicle, which is category C. Right, Fred. I'd like to ask you some questions now. We'll ask you the type of questions about roadworthiness for the vehicle. Can you show me how you check that the direction indicators are working? Can you tell me how you check the condition of the body?
Direction indicators, yes, sure.
Yep. You need to know if that vehicle is roadworthy, and if not, what to do about it. OK, we're going to carry out the reverse exercise. Let me step over. You will then do the reverse exercise. At present, you're here. When I tell you, I want you to drive forward and stop, enter the bay, and finish when the extreme rear of your vehicle is within the yellow box. What you should be thinking about there is all-round observation. It's important to ensure that you know what's going on around you. What you've also got to be mindful of is that you've got a certain area that you've got to keep that vehicle in. Don't cross the yellow boundary lines, and don't knock over any cones, especially the cones with poles. Once the reverse has been completed, you'll then drive round to the brake exercise. When you move off, I want you to drive up to a speed of about 20 miles an hour. When the front of your vehicle reaches the 2 cones shown here as A and A1, I want you to stop as quickly and as safely as possible. What you're looking for, if it's done correctly, if you do it correctly, you're looking that you reach that speed of 20 miles an hour. And if you reach that speed of 20 miles an hour, that's all we're looking for. Thanks, Ian. That's fine, thank you. So once you've done the on-site exercises, we'll then take you out on the road and you'll be out driving for approximately an hour. Right, when you're ready. Now that covers all different types of roads. Upper, lower speed limits, negotiating roundabouts. If there's a motorway close by, we'll expect you to drive on the motorway for a certain distance. And at the roundabout, turn right, second exit. Yes, sir. Bear in mind the size of this vehicle, the width of this vehicle. You're looking for a safe enough gap when entering roundabouts, for instance.
There's a blind spot.
What we don't expect is to force your way through. That also goes when you're on narrow roads and meeting traffic. We expect you to meet traffic safely.
Mirrors back in.
The next roundabout, we're turning right. It's the second exit. What we're looking at by using different types of upper and lower speeds is that you recognise the speed limits for the road that you're driving in. Now, we'll be on the dual carriageway for about 1.5 miles now, Ian, so you can plan your route. Oh, Ian, I'd like you to pull up on the left, past the red vehicle as it's parked on the left. Between the parked cars here. What we're looking for there, when we ask you to actually stop, is that you select a safe place, and also, when you stop, we'll ask you to drive on. Okay, a bit more relaxed now. Good. Whenever you're ready, drive on. Now, what we're looking for there is that you take into account traffic coming from behind.
Nice and smooth, nice and smooth. Look after that bucket of water. Nice and smooth. Like I say, I feel confident, but it went fairly smooth. To be honest, the whole thing was really, really smooth. I was so nervous but relaxed, if you can be, all in one, but, you know, fingers crossed.
Want to come this side?
Yeah, sure thing. Yeah. No problem.
OK, Ian. Well, that is the end of the test.
OK.
And I'm pleased to say that you've passed.
Oh, thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well
Thank
done.
you.
Well done.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
It was a very nice drive round.
OK. And a big thanks to Jeff. Cheers. Thanks very much,
real
mate.
pleasure,
Much
mate.
appreciated.
Well done. Well
Much
done.
appreciated.
Good for you.
Excellent.
Well
There was
done.
only one driver fault, and that was the reverse, where he had to take a shunt. He wasn't quite sure where the cone B was, the pole.
Yeah.
Right.
I know you said that you made some mistakes. They weren't recordable faults.
OK.
OK? Now, there were some issues regarding eco-safe driving, and there's a little leaflet here about eco-safe driving.
OK.
Good example, changing down gears unnecessary
Yeah.
could increase fuel consumption.
OK.
And what you'll find there is some information relevant to that.
Sure thing.
All about eco-safe driving.
Excellent.
Thanks very much.
Thank you very
All
much
right.
indeed.
Cheers.
And well done, Ian.
Thank you. That's what it's all about. There we go.
How do you feel?
Just a massive relief now.